Good day everyone, this is Tracy Melanas Blanco, and for today's video I'm going to share to you the efficient classroom organization for multi-grade settings and the setting plans and classroom layouts. And I will share to you the app that I use to make a floor plan. So at the end of this video is you know how to make a floor plan by yourself by using the app that I introduced to you. Week 6, Chapter 3, Lesson 1, Setting Plans and Classroom Layouts. First up is preliminary questions. Number 1, how will you organize multi-grade classroom? So organize how you will use the space in the classroom, paying particular attention to the flexible setting options for your and your pupils. Next is planning and carrying out multiple lessons at the same time, and creating, arranging, and using teaching and learning materials, especially establishing norms of behaviors expected of students to keep them learning. Number 2, what is the ideal classroom environment for multi-grade setting? A multi-grade classroom simply means that there is more than one grade in the room, working independently or together, with each student working towards their individual curriculum goals for their grade level. They are learning simultaneously, both together and apart. It sounds trickier than it really is. Curriculum at each grade level in some areas is relative and sequential, therefore allowing a process of basic to advanced skills to take from easily. In other areas of the curriculum, the topics differ. However, each topic in itself is relative under an overreaching theme. Our integration of theme-styled learning helps to blend these differences and find similarities and purpose to learning them. The teacher's role is to guide and engage its student in the area of their grade level curriculum while encouraging them to share information and work together. Number 3. What are the requirements for effective multi-grade teaching? Multi-grade teachers should be flexible and equipped with the knowledge of using various strategies. They need to overcome the problems inside the class. Multi-grade teachers should be flexible to fit the curriculum into a multi-grade classes. Number 4. What are the teaching approaches in multi-grade class? Integrated teaching is introduced as one of the strategies that could be helpful for learners in conflict areas. Teachers can integrate peace education of citizenship, education in any discipline, and still can meet the learning outcomes of a particular subject. Differentiated instruction adapts lesson content, teaching and learning process, and learning outcomes to meet the differing needs of students. In differentiation, identifying various intelligences is a strategic teaching that can help transfer of knowledge effectively, as the teacher can identify which learning areas are the strengths and weaknesses of the learners and exploit these weaknesses and strengths to his or her advantage. And lastly, active learning makes it possible for learners to become active participants in discourses and learning. Practice. Number 1. Now, check how well you understand the organization of a multi-grade classroom. Indicate whether the following statements are true or false. A. A multi-grade classroom has to be recognized according to the activities or lesson that will be conducted. It is true. Letter B. A multi-grade class arrangement is permanent. It does not change throughout the year. It is false. Letter C. The timeout area allows the teacher to take a break from the classroom. It is false. Letter D. The class shop can help students to develop social language and mathematical skills. It is true. And lastly is letter E. The chalkboards and chalkboards can be any height in the multi-grade classroom. It is false. Number 2. Describe how you would arrange your classroom for storytelling. Include a diagram of the setting arrangement in your answer. The learners need to be situated in a semicircle horseshoe layout with a teacher in front. The learners should be close to the teacher so that they can clearly view the pictures and understand the captions in the teacher's storybook. They also need to be able to hear the teacher properly. Tables and chairs should place in such a way that the learners and teacher may move freely. The pupils could also be assembled in a semicircle outside the classroom under the tree as an alternative to the above setup. Number 3. Describe how you would position your desk in your multi-grade classroom and explain why you have selected this arrangement. The teacher's desk should be located so that the teacher can see all areas of the classroom. The learner should also be able to see and reach the teacher's desk easily. The youngest learners will be close to the teacher because they need help more often than older students. Number 4. How would you use your outside classroom? How would you prepare for the class? Outside the classroom in a multi-grade class can be used for storytelling, physical education, some art activities, and eating. You should make sure that the area you are going to use is well shaded. The learners could sit outside on mats, benches, or on the grass. Performance. Number 1. Mrs. Maru is an afraid teacher who teaches a multi-grade class of 30 learners in a small village at Lanao Elementary School. She teaches grade 1, 2, 3, and 4. Mrs. Maru has requested your help. Her main concern is classroom organization. Draw a classroom plan. This is the floor plan I draw in Canva. So the app that I use is Canva. This is the room that I would show to Miss Maru. So there are 4 tables, grade 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2 doors, the exit and the entrance. It has a teacher's desk and 2 chalkboards and timeout area, learning corner and feeding corner, and has teacher's cupboard. As you can see, the long table is the activity area where can pupils do their activities. Number 2. Show your classroom arrangement organization through video presentation that will help Mrs. Maru to create a good learning environment for learners. Please label the curriculum areas or you may visit a multi-grade classroom and document. Again, this floor plan is made by Canva. The app I use is Canva. To help Mrs. Maru's problem, so I create or design this floor plan by using a Canva app. You have 2 doors, the entrance exit, a tutor area, student storage, and first aid corner. And in the front is the Blackboard 1 and Blackboard 2. Then the activity area and the teacher's desk, the hand washing area and math center, reading area, and art center. Then comfort room. Then you have the grade 1 and grade 2 tables with chairs. Number 3. Why is the physical learning environment important? So children should feel at ease so that they can move around freely. They will become curious if the environment has intriguing objects. They should be in a tidy space with enough of light and fresh air. Number 4. List at least 5 areas that could be included in a multi-grade classroom. So the areas that should be in each multi-grade classroom include the following: student desks or tables, learning center and reading corner, dress-up corner or home corner, teacher's area including desks and cupboards, class shop and display area and chalkboard. Number 5. Why does the multi-grade teacher need to be close to the youngest students in the classroom? So the teacher needs to be close to the youngest learners because they need help more often than the older learners. Number 6. What is a timeout area used for? A timeout space is crucial because teachers must have a mechanism to discipline their students, since it keeps the learner apart from each other students in the class. The timeout room is mostly used for discipline. Number 7. What is the importance of having a class shop in multi-grade classroom? So the 3 important reasons for the class shop are to develop learners' social skills, to develop learners' mathematical skills, and to develop learners' language skills. Number 8. Why would you have a language arts center in your classroom? The development of language abilities, which are essential to all learning, would be the main focus of the Language Arts Center. Books, magazines, student-written stories, and compositions would all be contained in this center.